Okay, so today we are going to discuss the upper extremity myotome. Myotome muscle, the group of muscle that is supplied by a particular nerve. Okay, so let's get started. So first is C1, C2. C1, C2 for the cervical flexion, the noding. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, let's go for a walk. Yes, C1, C2. Now C3 is for the neck side bending. I don't know where we are using this movement. C3 for the neck side bending and C4. C4 for the shoulder shrugging like this. I don't know what are you saying about. Yeah. C4. Now C5. C5 is for shoulder abduction. Shoulder abduction. We are dancing in some bhangra like this. That is C5 shoulder abduction movement. Now C6. C6 is for elbow flexion and wrist extension. Elbow flexion and wrist extension like this movement that is the supply by C6. Elbow flexion, wrist extension. That movement we used to give me some matka on my head. I'm going to walk then. So wrist extension and elbow flexion. That is for C6. This movement, remember, if anyone asks what is the nerve supply for C6, what are the myotome for C6, then you need to do this movement, means elbow flexion, wrist extension. And C7, just opposite of that, elbow extension and wrist flexion. If anybody asks about what are the myotome for C7, so C7 is elbow extension and wrist flexion like this. This movement is for C7. Elbow extension and wrist flexion. So don't be confused between C6 and C7. C6 is like this movement, elbow flexion and wrist extension. C6, elbow flexion, wrist extension. C7 is opposite, elbow extension and wrist flexion like this. Like this. That is C7. Now C8. C8 is like this. Finger flexion. C8 is finger flexion. Singham. That is C8. And T1 is thumb abduction. Thumb abduction is T1. C8, C8 finger flexion. T1 is like this. C7 like this, elbow extension. C7 elbow extension, wrist flexion. C6 elbow flexion, wrist extension. C5 shoulder abduction. C4 I don't know. C3 and C1.